North Georgia's only live online morning show. Glad to have you this morning. We have a lot to go over today, a lot to go over. Now, my guest this morning at 9 o'clock will be Ralph Barker. Ralph's coming in. Now, George is taking the morning off. George's two grandchildren are visiting him this week. He has two grandchildren visiting, and he is going to be spending some time with them. So Ralph Barker will be coming in at 9 o'clock. We're going to be talking about the Benghazi report that came out by the Republicans, actually a pretty serious report that's come out by the Republicans, and nothing but a campaign smear on Donald Trump. I mean, seriously, the Democrats took what little time they had here with Benghazi, the seriousness of this, and what did they do? They wrote a report. They wrote a report that's no more than a political piece for Hillary Clinton. And obviously, according to them, Ambassador Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Glenn Doherty, and Tyrone Woods died. The report, again, remember Susan Rice, died because of a video that caused this uproar, almost known as, you know, the natives getting restless and going on the warpath. No, natives getting restless, going on the warpath. Oh, that would be Elizabeth Warren, Native American, getting restless because she was becoming irrelevant. She went on a warpath yesterday with Hillary Clinton. The ambiguous gay duo. No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, ambiguous. We never know. We never know. You look at the pictures, looks awful. I mean, just saying. But anyhow, Republicans come out with a pretty strong report on Benghazi, as the Democrats obviously say nothing was Hillary's fault. We'll talk about that at 9 o'clock, okay? The world, I think the world is, if you like college basketball, if you like college sports, legendary college basketball coach Pat Summitt died at 64. So we want to remember her this morning. Pat Summitt, the winningest coach in Division I college basketball history, who brought the women's game into national prominence during her 38-year career at Tennessee, died Tuesday morning at the age 64. So we want to remember her. I love girls college basketball, and we're just remembering her this morning. College World Series last night. Arizona takes the first game. All right, I know Arizona took the first game 3-0. 3-0 they took the first game. And Arizona took the first game 3-0. Fortunately, I have gone with Coastal Carolina. I've gone with Coastal Carolina in 3 games. So we got to win back-to-back, guys, because I know it was a good game last night, but I picked Coastal Carolina. Coach sent me a message right before game time, said he was going with Coastal Carolina, and I picked Coastal Carolina in 3. So, Coach, we got to win back-to-back here to get through. All right, folks, look, do me a favor out here. Let's take care of a little bit of business. If you like our background, let's go with this. Send us patriotic backgrounds. Let's say you go on the Rolling Thunder every year to Washington, D.C., motorcycles with flags. Let's say you have a patriotic picture this week that you want to send in, any kind of backdrop. If you would like to possibly have your picture be used as our background picture of the day, send it to us at chief@fetchernews.com or 706-889-9700. If you have something that you would like to send in, we may use your picture as our backdrop. So please send those to us, chief@fetchernews.com, and send us a text message if you like what we're saying on the show or you don't like. Exactly. Send us a text message, 706-889-9700. That's 706-889-9700, or you can call us at that number if you want to get in on the conversation. Now, we're trying all kinds of new things this week. Now, before we get to our Fannin Cartel story of the day, because we're going to do this in segments, folks, I'm going to tell you the difference. I'm going to give you the clear difference because, folks, you out there are probably hearing this phony narrative on how freedom of speech has been attacked and this guy went to jail. I'm going to clear up the difference in that. So when somebody says this to you, you can say, look, let me give you an example here and what took place over here. Okay, I'm going to do that in a minute. But before I do, we're doing some tests this week. Up on the front of my book, and she autographed it for me. And sent it to me. That's Dr. Moorman. That's Dr. Moorman. She's a physician in South Georgia. The book's name is Mr. Obama and Me. She was a classmate. I've talked to her on the phone probably 4 or 5 times. I got a long email I got to return to her here soon. We're going to have her on the show. We're going to do a book signing here in North Georgia, hopefully at Pool's Barbecue. We're going to set up a book signing over here and let her meet everybody. But Mr. Obama and Me, she went to Harvard Law School with the President of the United States. That's not what exactly the book is about, her going to school with the President of the United States. It's more about your health care. She's going to tell you in this book what's going on with your health care. She's going to be a guest on the show. She's been busy at the hospital. She's an ER physician. She's been busy at the hospital. She's called me several times. I got my book yesterday. So Mr. Obama and Me, you can see that right there on the desk. We're doing some testing this week. I'm all over the board here for just a minute. Some testing. Now, we will never forget the 4 Americans that gave their lives at Benghazi. Okay, can you show that, Lonnie? Let's test. Can we test that? Did it work?
I did it backwards, but yeah, we got it.
You did it backwards.
Just bear with me.
Bear with you. I'm always, Lonnie, you know I made a commitment not to yell at you all week long.
And how many times have you broken that already?
I haven't broken it at all. Very calm. Also, another thing, folks, send us, Lonnie, quit talking, okay? Another thing, folks, send us messages on our technical. We've changed a lot of things, okay? Why did you go to the card? Because you did it backwards? Yes. There you go. Never forget. Folks, never forget, all right? Ambassador Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Glenn Doherty, and Tyrone Woods. The Benghazi report is out. We will never forget here at FetcherNews.com. We will always have this ready to say, never forget Hillary Clinton. Now, show Hillary's expression at the Benghazi hearings of what she... How did Hillary look when she found out about the Benghazi report's been released? Show that photo I pulled of it.
It'll take a second for you to see it.
All right, it's up. Okay, leave it up there. This is her expression this morning. So 706-889-9700. Send us a background picture. Send us a background picture that you would like to see us use on the show. So we got a lot of different things we got going on here. 706-889-9700. So, there's Hillary's expression. I have a little bit of there it is. There's Hillary's expression of, I mean, it's a shame she had to sit through that and hear that. We'll get into that at the 9 o'clock hour. Go back to the flag, Lonnie. All right, folks, we're going to have from 8 to 9. I've been telling you this story. We're going to talk about Mark Miller first, okay? Mark Miller, although, you know what, I don't want to have an anti-attorney discussion, okay? But nothing better than an attorney getting tossed in jail. Big, long story. What is it, 49 indictments? I mean, this guy's indictment sheet is this thick, okay? No joke. Mark Miller, this attorney. He's down in Pickens County. He appears before a judge yesterday for a bond hearing, and it was denied. The district attorney, I tell you what, I'm going to tell you something, folks. One, sources tell me that they can't remember the last time. This is Mark Miller. This is an attorney down in in Jasper yesterday at Pickens County Courthouse. Sources tell me that they can't remember the last time there was this many people in the courtroom. So here's the Appalachian Judicial Circuit. I have the bond hearing for Christopher Mark Miller. Okay, order denying pretrial release. So this guy is sitting there till trial. He is sitting there. I don't know how long the district attorney. I'm going to go out here on my opinion. I hope it's 2 years before this can come to court. Just say it, okay? Well, he's wearing his orange jumpsuit. Can't remember the last time there was this many people in a court. Oh, this guy's got friends, facetiously. He's got friends. Oh my God. Courtroom's packed, wanting to hear what the judge is going to do. Okay? So I'm going to tell you a little bit of what happens is, this always happens when you have a pretty big case. Judge will bring counsel into the chambers and they'll have a meeting in the chambers, nothing illegal, nothing behind the scenes, but they'll have a meeting in the chamber and judge will say, now I have no idea, I'm just telling you what happens, I'm used to it. And the judge will say, to the DA, the prosecutor, hey, what are you going for? And the defense attorney will say, hey, that's not right, we need to go for this. And they'll kind of make a bond decision that everybody can live with, and they'll come out, and if it's okay with the judge has final word, they will come out, okay? They will come out and basically just go through a list and say the bond is set, it's over and done, basically if the judge is okay. But after the pre-bond hearing judge's chamber meeting for, I don't know, a long time. I mean, it seemed, I guess maybe sources say an hour. I had somebody in the courtroom that was telling me how long they were in there and stuff like that. So anyhow, after this, they come back out before the judge and they actually have a bond hearing. Now, you may think, well, they're all bond hearings. No. They actually go into, the district attorney goes into the reasons that they want this bond denied. Now, it says order denying pretrial release. Pretrial release. He gonna sit there till he's on trial. He looked over the guy this morning. He said, "You gonna eat your cornbread?" And this guy down there, show him the gun line, boss. Show him the gun line. Okay, anyhow, is a bond hearing. Now, these are the boxes. The accused poses a significant risk of fleeing from the jurisdiction of the court or failing to appear in court when required. Big X in that box. That's what they think. The accused poses a significant threat or danger to a person, to the community, or to property in the community. Big X in that box. It's checked off. The accused poses a significant risk of committing a felony pending trial. The box is there. So these are all the things that they feel this guy could possibly do if he's out on the street. So Christopher Mark Miller is going to be in jail. And it is down here at the bottom. It says, therefore, in accordance with the blah, 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 bond on the above referred warrant is hereby denied. So ordered on the 27th day of June 2016, signed by the judge. Bond denied. Now, I want to make a step out here. Christopher Mark Miller, I have a stack this high. If you are in Pickens County, if you want to investigate this case with me, if you want to work this case, if you want to write about this, if you want to do news in general in Pickens County, get in touch with me, 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. I am looking for somebody to write this case, follow this case, and do some reviews for me on this. Maybe it's just some research you can help me out with on this, but Christopher Mark Miller will be sitting in jail until the trial with about 49 counts. We'll go over that again tomorrow. We'll bring all the counts to you tomorrow again. But if you're in Pickens County, Georgia, and you want to write news for fetchyournews.com, you give me a call, 706-889-9700. It's 8:15. I am going to take just a brief break. I want to go through a couple highlights. I want to come back and I want to set up the Fannin, I call them the Fannin Cartel series. You might as well. Now, they obviously do not know the meaning of cartel. They're getting all bent out of shape. But we are working on a bombshell story here that will probably break right after 4th of July, that the cartel, as I call them, do not want you to hear or see. What is driving everything? I'm going to go into that. And freedom of the press. Don't get caught in the web of misinformation that's being put out. I'm going to give you a true story of freedom of the press when we return. A couple things, Lonnie, before we go to break. We're going to be talking about, this morning about the House GOP report finds that desperate eyewitness accounts, Clinton and White House crafted push story blaming video of Benghazi. My understanding is this morning is in 3 hours after the attack, or when the attack was being carried out, and put the picture of Ambassador Stevens and them up, okay? And the attack was being carried out. Ambassador Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Glenn Doherty, and Tyrone Woods, instead of figuring out, the report says, I understand, instead of figuring out what they could do to help these four, they were already crafting their story of a video. A video is what actually happened. Couple things I've been keeping up with, okay? Clinton test drives Warren. I didn't say that. That is the headline. Clinton test drives Warren. Look, Elizabeth Warren is a phony. And Hillary Clinton, they're phonies. They're straight up phonies. Hillary Clinton is the establishment. She has taken money from Wall Street. She is the Wall Street princess, okay? She is the Wall Street princess, and that's the bottom line. Millions and millions of dollars. Henry Paulson endorsed her from Saks. I'm telling you. Now you have Elizabeth Warren that says she wants to take down all these cronies, and she wants to hold Hillary's hand up like some champion at a prize fight that she just won, okay? She wants to hold her arm up in the air and say, together we can take down Wall Street. Really? These two folks have always made their money from you. They've always, everything they've ever gotten has been from you giving it to them. Donald Trump makes money the old-fashioned way. He earns it, okay? So we're going to be talking about that this morning. I'm still interested in why the UN military mystery captivates Virginia, why Interstate 81 had so many UN armored vehicles going down the highway. I'd like to hear a little more about that, okay? And the interview last night, I guess Sean Hannity had a good interview with ex-Secret Service officer, and his quote are, people need to know the real Hillary Clinton and how dangerous she is. I'm going to come back. I'm going to tell you another segment. We're going to go in another segment on the Blue Ridge. If you are a national viewer out there, at 9 o'clock, we're going to talk about the Supreme Court and the ruling against the abortion clinics, knocking that down in Texas. Ralph Barker's going to be my guest if you want to talk about that. We're going to talk about Hillary, the Benghazi report. We're going to go into all the state and the national news. But as soon as I come back, stay with us. This may be of interest to you. We call it the series, we call it the Fannin Cartel. So I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. Hey, good morning, Oscar. I get a message from my dear friend, Oscar Poole, and it's 6:30 this morning, and it says at 6:30, it says, getting ready to listen to FetchYourNews.com in Charleston, West Virginia. Okay, Charleston, West Virginia. Now, why isn't Elizabeth Warren taking her Native American heritage skills? I mean, it's just in her. It's bred in her. I mean, right? Why isn't she doing that and leading the charge and grabbing old Papoose there and heading down the river to Greenbrier to try to do rescue missions? Why isn't Pocahontas and Papoose down there trying to get people, save people in West Virginia with all those Native American skills? I said it, ambiguous gay duo. Look at the picture, just saying. Oh, no. See, you got that all wrong. You're building a picture out there that didn't really happen, folks. Hillary and Abedin, what's her name? Abedin, her Iranian Muslim, assistant, and then I see the American terrorist, Al Sharpton, with them, and they're at the Gay Pride Parade. Oh yeah, Gay Pride Parade. Okay, Lottie, I'm gonna get a couple of our sponsors in here. If you'd like to be a sponsor of our show, 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. We want to thank Days Chevrolet, located down on 515 in Jasper. Days Chevrolet, located on 515 in Jasper. Circuit World, where promotional code is FetchYourNews. Go into Circuit World, use your promotional code, FetchYourNews. L&L Beanery, the downtown Blue Ridge coffee shop, free Wi-Fi. Go in there, get a cup of coffee, and watch the show. I'll be back after these brief messages. I'm your host, BKP.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
Switch and save at Schottenkirk Ford. Find quality pre-owned trucks under $20,000 and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. Shop the best selection of certified pre-owned Fords in the area. Switch today and shop our network of over 500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. We'll even deliver it to you. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with Schottenkirk Customer Care, which offers you extra protection for no extra charge. Make the switch to Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
Announcing Pizza Hut's new Applewood smoked bacon and melty cheese. Stuffed in the crust. Pizza Hut's bacon stuffed crust pizza is here, now with Applewood smoked bacon. And loaded with cheese in one irresistible crust. Just $12.99, only at Pizza Hut.
You're making me crazy.
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like meat lovers, backyard barbecue chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
From the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Salon 84 Hair and Color, West Church Street in Jasper, 706-253-9876. Clock Tower Gifts and Boutique, located in Jasper. That's Clock Tower Gifts and Boutique. They're located in Jasper and Schottenkirk Ford. Hey, go down to Schottenkirk Ford, located on the southbound side in Jasper, and down on the southbound side, and plenty of Ford cars and trucks. Schottenkirk Ford. Don't forget, send us a message here at chief@fetchyournews.com. We want you to keep an eye on our audio and our video and everything like that, because we're trying a lot of new things this week. And I've also made a commitment not to, I'm not going to be angry with Lonnie any longer. It's not worth it anymore, right, Lonnie? It just ain't worth the fight.
That's what they tell me.
Right. Is that your attitude, that you'll believe that when you see it kind of attitude? Is that what that is?
Considering you said it yesterday and I've already broken it twice, let's just say I'm not holding my breath.
Okay, so. Folks, why, my question to you is, why do you think a certain group, now I say jokingly, I call it the Fannin Cartel, and it's not a joke, hashtag Fannin Cartel, you want to follow that, but why do you think that there's been a group of people that created quite a stir and have a goal of attacking certain people in elected office, appointed office, and why do you think that is? Why do you think they go after, and they're pursuing what they are through the going after Chief Superior Court Judge Brenda Weaver, Superior Court Judge Roger Bradley? Why'd they go after him? Why did so many people run against the Sheriff Dane Kirby, which is America? I don't care. I mean, how many did? Why did they do that? Why is this happening? Now, I'm going to answer some questions. We do not do news here at FetchYourNews.com. Let me look straight in the camera and tell you, we do not at any time do news with an agenda. We don't have it. We don't have it here, okay? Don't have it. I will always take your phone call, 706-889-9700, Hey, if you just want to scream and yell and attack me, that's okay. You can do that. But I will take your call, and if you ever want to tell me you feel that we do news with an agenda. Now, FetcherNews.com, this is an opinion show. But FetcherNews.com, I would like for you to see where we do news with agenda and report it to me. Our goal, just so you can go out there, when you hear this from people, our goal here at our online news network is to provide the citizens with information, not to make the citizens see something in a certain way to create information to make something happen. That's not our goal, okay? Who is driving the Fan in Focus? Who's driving that car? Because the fellow there, Mark Tomlinson, you know, he can't drive this car. He can't drive this car. Who is driving this car? Now, could there be a situation here where somebody doesn't like Judge Bradley? Could there be somebody appearing before Judge Bradley and Judge Bradley ruled on something they didn't like? Could there be somebody that is not happy that out of the two Superior Court judges that Nathan Deal, the governor, did all by himself? The governor picked the judges. Could it be that somebody's not pleased that they didn't become a judge? Could it be? Just saying. Could it be that, just could it be all these things? Who's driving this? Well, we think we know here at FetcherNews.com. And right after the 4th of July, maybe this week, we are going to release a bombshell of a story. And we're going to do this story every day. We're going to do this story every day. Because what is the personal vendetta here? Now, Mr. Tomlinson and his attorney were arrested Friday night. Mr. Tomlinson and his attorney have already released statements, made comments, called people, called news organizations, and they want to play the role of the First Amendment right, and they were put in jail Friday night, and they lost their freedom for telling the truth and going after corruption. I mean, I'm not shocked that Tomlinson's not running around Fannin County with some superhero cape around his neck. I'm serious. Like he is some superhero that swooped in and his freedom of speech was taken Friday night for no good reason. That's what they want you to believe. Now, I'm going to give you an example. And this is important as we go through this story. I was at Burt Pumpkin's farm several years ago. The governor of the state of Georgia, Nathan Deal, the future Senator, David Perdue, Congressman Doug Collins, the list goes on. The who's who of the Republican Party was at this event. The entire slate of candidates. Now, I'm not saying anything negative to any of these candidates or elected officials today. That would be a different story in itself. But everybody was there, okay? I'm looking at camera and tell you this story. Now, next Tuesday, your host, BKP, I have been called as a witness where Nydia Tisdale was removed from that meeting, okay? And she was removed by then Deputy, Dawson County Deputy Tony Wooten. Now, this is not an anti-Tony Wooten. Now, let's get this straight. This has nothing to do with Tony Wooten being right or wrong, Nydia Tisdale being right or wrong. She's a citizen journalist. We're not solving that. But I'm going to be a witness Tuesday in that trial. There's going to be a motions hearing next Tuesday. Now, why are they calling me as a witness to the citizen journalist being removed? And the citizen journalist is charges. Now, let's be careful here. You got Mark Tomlinson over here with 3 charges claiming his First Amendment rights and his freedom of speech. Okay? You got Nydia Tisdale over here. She has 3 charges against her. Folks, don't compare this to this. No comparison. All right? No comparison. Now, I'm going to bring this together. The reason I will be a witness is because, all right, that day I was there, and I sat behind Nydia Tisdale, and I seen everything. Everything up to the point where she was before she was in the barn. I didn't see that. But I seen everything that initially took place with her being removed. Now, on top of that, I drove from Dawsonville home on a Saturday, did not sleep until Sunday afternoon until I wrote the story. I wrote the story of what happened that day at Bert's Pumpkin Farm. So if you go to fetchernews.com right now and you click on and you do a search for Bert's Pumpkin Farm, and this is nothing against Kathy and Johnny Burt today, nothing against Nydia Tisdale, nothing against former deputy, now running for sheriff, Tony Wooten. That's going to get decided in court. The ideal is First Amendment protecting her First Amendment freedom of speech, citizen journalist charged with crimes. Over here is not the same. And that would be Mark over here. You know, we should put his jailbird picture. Hey, Mark, what kind of bird doesn't fly? A jailbird. Hey, we should put that over here. Okay? Now, anyhow, here's the point. I came home and I wrote that story. It went nationwide. It went national. Made Huffington Post. I'm not proud of that, but it made Huffington Post. It made all the news cycles. I mean, it went national. NBC, the works. Okay? Here's the point that I'm getting to. I know I said here's the point 3 times. So quit looking at the camera saying, stop saying that. But where I'm going with this is, I did not come home and have fear of the governor of the state of Georgia. He's an elected official and I'm a journalist. Oh, I wish I'd have never said that. But anyhow, I didn't have fear of anybody there that day. No one put me in fear that I should not do this story. And I wrote the story. The point I'm going to make to you within yesterday's report of Mark Tomlinson being arrested and his attorney, Stuckey, being arrested, the point I'm making this morning is, if I felt for 1 second that they were actually doing an investigation that was good information for the citizens that they needed to know, and they were uncovering this major conspiracy, and they were uncovering, and because they were getting close to uncovering something big, that they were jailed. Just to stop them from their investigation, and their freedom and freedom of speech was taken from them, and that's what they're championing today. 1 ounce. All I need is an ounce to think that was true, and I would have no fear of a chief superior court judge, and I would do that story. See, I did this story, and I'm going to be a witness Tuesday because it was the right thing to do. It was a true story, and I wrote it. But this story I will not do because they did not have their freedom of speech violated, okay? Because we know here at FetcherNews.com who's driving the ship. You see, you won't go to their publication That's as far as I can call it. You know, anybody can put some money together, borrow some money, beg for some money, whatever you do for the money, and anybody can put some money together and somebody will print something for you. So, remember when they used to call it, remember when CNN used to be called the Clinton News Network? Well, the Fan and Focus is the Cartels Network, okay? That's the bottom line that goes through there. It's the Fan and Cartels Network. Point is, you won't see on the front of the publication anything about how Councilwoman Angie Arp spent $35,000 to do a frivolous investigation of the citizens' money. No, you won't see that on the front page. You won't see a big picture of Councilwoman Arp. You won't see a video like I played of Patrick Crane going up and saying, we must remove due to incompetence. We got to get rid of this mayor. Please, please, we beg you, City Council, to help us poor citizens out here of this tyrant mayor. It must be done now. And then Angie Arp comes to the rescue. We will rescue you, citizens. We will do an investigation. I have come to save the day. That's what she did. So she makes a motion. No, do they put on the front page of their rag? Do they put it on there? And say, hey, guess what? Angie Arp spent $35,000. Do they do the background investigation where David Siphon has charged the county in legal fees? Do they do anything there? No, absolutely not. Nothing. But they go over and count the flowers and the trees in the park. Would they dare put on the front page of their rag that they lost the lawsuit? They won't tell you that. They tell you, I love this one. This is comical, actually. Comical. You know, every time you turn around, they're floating out stories that the U.S. Marshals and the FBI and, oh my God, they're in negotiations with, all these CIA and all. Every time I turn around, it's all this bull. Here's what they won't tell you. They'll tell you they're going after Chief Superior Court Justice Brenda Weaver for paying Rhonda Stubblefield's attorney bills out of Roger Bradley's operating account, Judge Bradley's operating account. That's why. The citizens, the taxpayers' money, the champions they are. They won't tell you they lost in court. They lost. They won't tell you they brought a frivolous lawsuit to court. Stuckey will not tell you. I would like for Russell Stuckey, the attorney for the Fan and Focus, the hero that he says he is, and he lost his freedom because of the conspiracy. I am on record this morning asking you to produce the results from the GBI. Because I was there. May I call you Russell? If I can call you Russell. Russell. Hey, Russell. Russell, I was there. And I remember you standing up and saying something, because it's in a transcript. We can get that, so it's in the transcript. Now, I don't know if you're in fear of that day the transcript was altered. I don't know how many times you have in your legal career had a transcript altered, and how much history you have with that. But that day, being the transcript wasn't altered, Russell, that day I heard you tell the judge, that would be Judge Martha Christian, I heard you tell the judge, you said, we have even sent the audio over to the JQC, and the JQC is so concerned that they sent it out to the GBI because they think the GBI ought to look at this. If that's true, that's good. But let me report it. I want to report it. I want to know. I'm going to do an open records request. Russell, Russell, can't you clear this up? Get the GBI's investigation that the JQC has done on the audio. Get it for us, all of us. We deserve it, Russell. Okay? Tell the truth. You lost. The Rule 21, you lost. You lost. The transcript, the judge said it had not been altered. The judge said the court report. I don't even know Rhonda Stubblefield. I didn't know this lady. I mean, I have no idea who she is. I mean, I see her on Facebook now. I don't know this lady. You say she altered this. You made an accusation, your client did. Now, the truth is the N-word. And the N-word got one person really excited in Fannin County. Really excited. And when this one person, oh, we're going to reveal all of this. Every bit of this is getting revealed. Every bit in time. But it's coming out now. Because we got a bombshell getting ready to drop here in the next 2 or 3 days. Okay? But here's the proof. Here's the thing is when the N-word hit by Ray Green, let's not go down that road. When that hit, a certain person got all excited in Fannin County. Here's my chance. Here's my chance. Oh, I have been waiting for Judge Bradley to do this for years. I got him now. Yeah, that's right. And I'll tell you what, we are going to work that right into Brenda Weaver. We have them now, because I've always wanted them and their little dog too. Folks, don't fall for this over here, freedom of speech. Don't fall for putting up a subpoena that says, does this look like false statement, identity fraud, or the attempt to commit identity fraud to you? Don't fall for that. Because I'm telling you right now, wait for the story to come out, because you're going to see the FBI, you're going to see the GBI, and you're going to see all of it. And it may not turn out quite the way they want it. Now, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. This has been my minor little segment on the Fannin Cartel. We are going to be releasing a story. I'm telling you right now, okay? I'm telling you right now. They will not write anything that is newsworthy. You won't see Angie on the front page. Councilwoman Art won't see it, okay? Everything is, who can I attack today? Okay? Who's driving that ship? Who's driving that, Who's driving it? We think we know. We think we know all the cast of characters, and we think we tell them all. You know, I'm thinking we know so much about this, it may be turned into a movie. Yes. And it may be on the cartel. I mean, wouldn't you love to see go by the Swan Drive-In and see on the marquee, playing tonight, held over by popular demand, Fannin Cartel on the big screen over there at the Swan. Just saying, just saying. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia. Hey, wait a minute, Lonnie, don't go nowhere with this. Don't go nowhere. I got to ask a question, okay? Have you ever seen the movie Dinner with Schmucks? Wait, am I the only one in America that's seen Dinner with Schmucks? Only one? Okay. Well, here's Dinner with Schmucks, okay? It's a Steve Carell movie, all right, if you're out there. Well, the guy comes in, and it's a dinner and blah, blah, blah. The guy comes in, and they ask him, what is your special gift? And he gets up, and he says, mind control. Do you remember that? If you're the one person out there that's seen Dinner with mind control. Remember he did mind control? Well, I'm going to go to break, and this is mind control, and I release you. Lonnie, go to break.